My name is John, and I'm 80 years old. Over the decades, I've learned something powerful. Mobility is freedom. The ability to walk without pain, lift everyday objects, and enjoy life's simple pleasures like gardening or playing with grandchildren. These aren't just luxuries, they're essentials. But as we age, keeping our bones and joints healthy becomes more challenging and more important. Today, I'm sharing 6 doctor-recommended habits to protect your bones and joints after 60. These aren't extreme changes. They're small, consistent actions that can help you stay active, independent, and pain-free. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to John the Stoic. Your support means the world to me and helps me keep sharing these life-changing lessons with you. There was a time when I didn't think much about my bones or joints. I could carry groceries up the stairs, kneel down to fix something, or chase after my kids without giving it a second thought. But as the years passed, I started noticing the small things. Stiffness in the morning, a dull ache in my knees after a long walk, and that's when it hit me. Mobility isn't something we should take for granted. It's something we have to protect. Doctors often say that after 60, bone density naturally decreases and joints become more prone to stiffness and pain. But here's the good news. This doesn't mean you're destined for immobility. With the right habits, you can keep your bones strong and your joints flexible well into your golden years. The Stoics believed in preparation. As Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly, there must be time." And maintaining mobility is no different. Small daily actions build the foundation for long-term health. Today, I'll share a checklist of 6 essential habits that have helped me and could help you stay active and independent. When I was younger, staying active wasn't something I had to think about. Life kept me moving, walking to work, playing with the kids, fixing things around the house. But as time went on, those daily movements slowed down. And I noticed something important. When you stop moving, your body starts to weaken. Doctors recommend weight-bearing and resistance exercises as the foundation for maintaining bone density and joint strength. Weight-bearing exercises like walking, hiking, and dancing force your bones to work against gravity, which keeps them strong and reduces the risk of osteoporosis. Resistance training, whether you're lifting light weights or using resistance bands, helps maintain muscle mass, which supports and stabilizes your joints. I started small, with daily walks around the neighborhood and light dumbbell exercises in the living room. And let me tell you, those small efforts paid off. My legs felt stronger, and even my posture improved. It wasn't about becoming a bodybuilder, it was about keeping my body functional. The Stoics believed that discipline is key to achieving anything meaningful. As Epictetus said, "The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it." You don't have to spend hours at the gym. Even 15 to 30 minutes of movement a day can make a huge difference over time. So start where you are. Take a short walk, do a few light stretches, or lift something as simple as a water bottle. Because the strength you build today will be the strength that carries you tomorrow. When I was growing up, milk was considered the magic ingredient for strong bones. My parents made sure we had a glass with every meal. But as I got older, I realized that keeping your bones strong requires more than just childhood habits. As doctors say, your body's need for calcium and vitamin D doesn't stop as you age. In fact, it becomes even more important. Calcium is the building block of your bones. Without enough of it, your body starts pulling calcium from your bones to maintain other functions, weakening them over time. And vitamin D? It's the key that unlocks calcium's potential, helping your body absorb and use it efficiently. Without sufficient vitamin D, all the calcium in the world won't do much good. Doctors recommend foods like dairy products, fortified plant-based milks, leafy greens, almonds, salmon, and eggs to boost calcium and vitamin D. I personally enjoy a bowl of yogurt with chia seeds and berries for breakfast. It's delicious and good for my bones. If you're not getting enough through food, a doctor may suggest supplements, but be cautious and consult them before making any changes. The Stoics valued nourishment, not just of the mind, but of the body. As Seneca said, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. It's never too late to start eating for your bones. Even small adjustments can create a ripple effect for better long-term health. So, next time you're planning a meal, think of it as more than just fuel. Think of it as building the structure that will carry you forward. A small bowl of greens or a glass of fortified milk today could save you from fractures tomorrow. I used to think flexibility was something you either had or you didn't. I wasn't the most flexible guy when I was younger, but back then, it didn't matter. My joints worked fine, and I could get through the day without stiffness or aches. But as I got older, I began to notice the tightness in my hips and shoulders, and how even simple movements could feel like a struggle. Doctors emphasize that maintaining flexibility is essential to preventing joint stiffness, injuries, and chronic pain. When you stay flexible, your joints can move freely, supporting balance and coordination while reducing the risk of falls. Stretching routines, yoga, and low-impact activities like Tai Chi are some of the best ways to stay limber and mobile. Even 10 minutes a day can make a difference. Personally, I've made it a habit to stretch every morning. I start with simple movements, reaching for my toes, rotating my shoulders, and stretching my calves. These small stretches loosen up my joints, and I feel more energized to take on the day. The Stoics valued adaptability and resilience. As Epictetus said, "Don't hope that events will turn out the way you want, but welcome events in whichever way they happen." Staying flexible isn't just about your body, it's about embracing change. When your body adapts, so does your mind. So, take a few minutes every day to stretch or try gentle yoga poses. It's not about being able to touch your toes, it's about keeping your joints healthy and giving your body the freedom to move through life with ease. I'll be honest, there was a time when I wasn't paying much attention to my weight. After all, what's a few extra pounds here and there? But what I didn't realize was how much those few extra pounds were affecting my joints, especially my knees and hips. Even the smallest amount of extra weight can act like a burden, adding pressure and increasing wear and tear over time. Doctors say that for every pound of weight you carry, it adds about 4 pounds of pressure on your knees. So, if you're just 10 pounds overweight, that's 40 extra pounds of stress on your joints. Over time, this can lead to arthritis, joint pain, and reduced mobility. I didn't need to go on an extreme diet or run a marathon to make a difference. Small changes like cutting back on sugary snacks, swapping fried foods for baked alternatives, and going on daily 30-minute walks helped me shed some weight and feel less strain on my joints. And you know what? My knees thanked me for it. The Stoics understood the importance of balance. As Seneca said, We suffer more in imagination than in reality. We often think losing weight will be too hard or take too long, but small, consistent actions make all the difference. So, don't worry about drastic changes. Start by making small adjustments to your meals and daily habits. Park a little farther from the store, take a short evening walk, and pay attention to portion sizes. Every little change lightens the load on your joints and gives you the freedom to move without pain. Here's something I wish I had learned earlier. Just because you feel fine doesn't mean everything is fine. When it comes to your bones and joints, damage can build up quietly without you noticing. You might not feel the effects until it's too late, when a sudden fall leads to a fracture or when stiffness turns into chronic pain. But regular checkups can catch these issues before they get worse. Doctors recommend regular bone density scans, especially for seniors. These tests measure the strength of your bones and help detect conditions like osteoporosis early. Joint checkups are equally important. They can identify signs of arthritis, cartilage damage, or inflammation that could lead to long-term problems if ignored. I remember when a friend of mine, Linda, hesitated to see her doctor even though she'd been experiencing knee pain for months. By the time she finally went, she needed surgery. If she had gone earlier, physical therapy could have prevented that outcome. Her story was a wake-up call for me, and it can be one for you too. The Stoics believed in taking preventive action. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." You may not be able to stop aging, but you can control how prepared you are. So don't wait for pain to become unbearable or for a fall to happen. Schedule regular checkups, ask your doctor about bone scans, and stay ahead of potential issues. Because prevention isn't just about avoiding problems, it's about maintaining the quality of life you deserve. When I was younger, I didn't think twice about what I ate. Burgers, fries, and sugary drinks were regular parts of my diet. But as I grew older, I began to notice the connection between what I ate and how my body felt. After a meal full of greasy, processed foods, my joints felt stiffer, and even my back seemed to ache more. That's when I realized food isn't just fuel, it's either helping you heal or making you hurt. Doctors warn that processed foods, sugary snacks, and refined carbohydrates can cause inflammation, which worsens joint pain and can weaken bones over time. Excessive salt can lead to calcium loss, and too much alcohol can interfere with vitamin D absorption. On the flip side, anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, berries, fish rich in omega-3s, and nuts can help reduce pain and stiffness while supporting overall bone health. And let's not forget water. Staying hydrated is one of the simplest ways to keep your joints lubricated and flexible. I make it a habit to start my morning with a glass of water and sip throughout the day. Even mild dehydration can make joint discomfort worse, so don't underestimate the power of hydration. The Stoics believed in moderation. As Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Changing your eating habits may feel difficult at first, but long-term improvement comes from making those small adjustments, even if they seem insignificant today. So, the next time you reach for that sugary snack, ask yourself, is this helping or hurting me? Swap soda for water, and consider adding anti-inflammatory foods to your meals, because every bite you take is either building you up or wearing you down. As we get older, maintaining strong bones and flexible joints isn't just about avoiding pain, it's about preserving your independence and quality of life. Today, we've talked about 6 powerful habits: staying active with weight-bearing exercises, nourishing your body with calcium and vitamin D, improving flexibility through stretching, managing your weight, scheduling regular checkups, and choosing the right foods to reduce inflammation. None of these changes need to happen overnight. What matters is consistency. Small daily actions can add up to long-term health. The Stoics believe that greatness isn't achieved through sudden bursts of effort. It's built through steady, intentional steps. So, take that short walk. Stretch for a few minutes each morning. Choose water over soda. These small decisions aren't just about protecting your bones and joints, they're about protecting your future, so you can continue enjoying the life you've worked so hard to build. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits are you already practicing, or which one will you start today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your advice might inspire someone else to take action. If this video motivated you, give it a like and share it with someone who could benefit from these tips. And don't forget to subscribe to John the Stoic for more practical advice and life-changing wisdom. Together, we can continue learning, growing, and living life to the fullest.